Now, last year I paid $2,000 for an app that promised unlimited private jet flights. Now, unlimited sounded great until I realised that it actually meant, well, almost no flights at all. You see, I spent months on wait lists. I had flights cancelled while I was literally in the Uber to the airport, and the one time that I did get on board, well, it was a 4-minute hop across Houston. Yeah. Now, I thought I was done with Vaunt for good, but somehow they persuaded me to come back. Not only that, but somehow they also persuaded me to pay an extra $5,000 for their so-called Cabin Plus membership, promising bigger jets, higher priority on the waiting lists, and maybe, just maybe, the chance to finally take my son, Sam, on his first ever private jet. So, was it worth it though? Or did I just get scammed all over again? Well, let's find out. Alright, so I have managed to find myself a Vaunt flight leaving tomorrow morning. I got to the top of the list and it got confirmed. I am confirmed I am leaving LA, California quite early, at like 6 a.m. But that being said, it's a private jet out of Beverly Hills, Hollywood, Los Angeles, baby. I mean, you can't get much cooler than that, can you? And so this was it then, my first confirmed Vaunt flight of the year. And not just anywhere, but Hollywood itself. The land of movie stars, palm trees and Beverly Hills. The perfect place to begin my $5,000 return to private jet life. Or at least that was the plan. When you're living the life of a Hollywood A-lister and flying on private jets, well, you have to stay somewhere relatively suitable. That's why I'm here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, home to superstars, celebrities, the global elite, and me. Tomorrow morning, first thing, I'm taking a flight out of Hollywood Airport on a private jet to Sin City itself, Las Vegas, following in the footsteps of Frank Sinatra and I don't know who else made films and did gambling. I don't know. Anyway, I'm following them tomorrow. Many celebrities have done this. Many influential people. Plus me tomorrow morning. Well, good morning. It is crazy early in the morning here in Beverly Hills, but it's time to head across to Bob Hope Airport and see, well, if I have Bob Hope of getting on another Vaunt flight. So at 4 a.m. it was time to find out if Vaunt would actually deliver or cancel on me once again. Alright, I'm here. This is the Hollywood Jet Center in Burbank, California, literally across the street from all the movie studios and stuff. It doesn't get more Hollywood A-list than this, does it? Let's go and get checked in and figure out what private jet we're riding on today to take us across to Las Vegas. I'm actually excited that I might actually be getting a Vaunt flight for once. It's been a while since I've had one, so it'd be nice to actually try and get another one. Hi, good morning. I've got a flight on 508 November Delta.
Oh, okay. It's being fueled right now.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, am I right to just hang around here? And,
yeah. Just hang around.
Just hanging around.
Nice one. Coffee needed. Thank you. So there's one plane out there being refueled right now. It's a Cessna, but it ain't a Citation. It's a Cessna 172. That can't be my flight, surely. They taking the mick. But no, it turned out there was no mistake. The Cessna 172 was my $5,000 Cabin Plus private jet. My goodness, so that is actually the plane I'm flying on. I could literally fly it myself. It's the same as the plane I fly. In fact, actually, I fly a bigger plane than I fly a 182. That's a 172. Oh, lordy lord. Forget your Gulfstreams and your Learjets. I was off to Vegas in the world's most exclusive 4-seater taxi.
So is this your first time in a Cessna?
Yeah, I've flown in them a couple of times.
But on the bright side, with over 300 hours in Cessnas behind me, at least I knew exactly how to work the trickiest part of the whole aircraft, the door latch.
Clear.
So with the Cessna's engine finally spluttering into life, it was time to settle back and enjoy my private jet experience, Hollywood style. Climbing out over the Sierra Nevada, it was a beautiful morning, the kind of view you dream of when you hear the words private jet to Vegas. Except, of course, I wasn't in a sleek Gulfstream sipping champagne. I was rattling along in a 4-seater Cessna that I could just as easily have flown myself. By this point, the absurdity of paying $5,000 for this wasn't entirely lost on me. Still, as the desert gave way to the neon glow of the Las Vegas Strip, one thing was clear. However ridiculous the journey, it's hard not to smile when you're dropping into Sin City. As we rolled into Vegas, we even taxied past the secretive Janet fleets, those mysterious jets that ferry people to Area 51. At this point, the way Vaunt chooses its flights feels just about as classified, so who knows, maybe Janet will be starting to run their schedule next.
Oh, well, there we go then. Another Vaunt flight done. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't... It was fun. It was fun. So I'm not lying. I'm also not going to lie. It was not quite the private jet that Vaunt promised. Honestly, I'm not expecting that I'm going to get much. But for this extra money that I've forked out, hopefully I will, because for the amount it's cost, a Cessna 172 doesn't quite cut it, I have to say. Now, don't get me wrong, I'd love a Cessna 172, but when you've just dropped an extra $5,000 for the promise of private jets, well, a Ford Fiesta with wings doesn't quite cut it. What I really wanted was something with a bit more speed, a bit more glamour, maybe even a drinks cabinet. So after weeks of checking the app again, at last a flight came up on an actual private jet, and this time I finally made it to the top of the list. And so a couple of hours later I headed to my local airport to see if I could get on the flight.
It's just a quick trip, thank you.
Thank you, speak to you on the radio later. Thank you. And it seemed this just might be my lucky day, because we walked across to a Cessna Citation, a private jet.
Welcome aboard. 2 hours from wheels up to wheels down, depending on how they vector us into Santa Fe. Right here, this is our primary exit if we need to leave the aircraft. We'll be going up to 41,000 feet today, and then you can feel free to move about the cabin and grab whatever you want. Enjoy the snacks and drinks we have up here as well. Feel free and help yourself with that.
Okay, yeah.
But if you can, when seated, have that seatbelt fastened just in case we get to that unexpected turbulence. Well, I'll see you on the other end unless you have any questions.
Nice one, thank you very much.
And as I said, we have coffee, drinks, and all that stuff, snacks
Lovely.
in these drawers, so
nice.
help yourself.
Thank you very much.
Alright then, we are off from David Wayne Hooks Airport, heading to Santa Fe, New Mexico. It is so weird being on something as big as a private jet out of Hooks. This is the airport that I fly from when I'm doing my private pilot flying. Shout out to my other channel, by the way, on Fly with Noel Phillips. I'll pop a link up on the screen to that. I can't believe this has paid off. But paid off it had, and pretty soon I was rocketing down the runway to get airborne from Houston on a private jet. Right then, we are airborne from Houston, rocketing our way across to Santa Fe on the Vaunt/Fly Exclusive Cessna Citation. This is an 8-seater jet. Actually, there's a 9th seat because the loo becomes a 9th seat in the back. And yes, we are going to do a loo review on this flight. I'm in one of these two sort of captain's chairs, they call them. It's a little bit snug, but it's not too bad. And the seat then spins around like so to give you a little bit of extra leg room there if you really want to. There's a recline, I think, on here as well. We've got a table here that pulls out like so. The thing is, with Vaunt, the whole thing with Vaunt is that you get the jet, and as long as you fly on it, you can take as many people as you like with you. So I could effectively have brought along 7 or 8 other people with me should I wanted to. The whole family could have come along on this trip. Unfortunately, the kids are at school, and Rachel's got meetings today, so she wasn't able to come along. So it was just me on this little one, because that's the problem with Vaunt. It's all very last minute. I literally found out about this flight 2 hours ago that I was on it, and here we are.
It's time for the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
Alright then, it is indeed time for the loo review. Let's do this. Alright, this is the toilet at the back of the Cessna Citation. We've got, it's a 2-seater loo, so if you want,
you could sit on the loo, which I think is this one. Hang on. There's the loo. So you could sit on this seat here and have a good view of somebody sitting on the loo. So you could have a guest in with you if you really want to. I guess that makes it a 10-seater jet then, doesn't it, really? And there is... It's a loo with a view, and that is a flipping good view, isn't it? Look at that. That Cessna Citation engine there. That's one of the emergency exits, by the way. Air vents, so you can keep yourself cool on the loo, and a reading light, so you can sit and read while you're on the loo as well. Pretty decent. There's the other view out of that window. It's not just a loo with a view, it's a loo with two views, a panoramic view of the world from 43,000 feet as you sit on the loo.
That was the Noel Phillips Loo Review.
Right, so I've just grabbed a bite to eat from the snack bar. It's nacho cheese, it's mine. Lovely. And a tonic water for the flight. There's no flight attendant, by the way, on these flights. Some private jets you do. It's a bit small, this one. You don't generally get them on the smaller jets like this. But here's the thing though, is Vaunt actually a scam? Well, to be honest, I'm still not sure really. They're certainly very good at finding new ways to squeeze more money out of you, but does that necessarily make it a scam? I got a message on Instagram from someone whose husband used to work for Velato, the company that previously owned Vaunt. She told me they fired their staff on a muted Zoom call, cut off paychecks immediately, and gave families 2 days of health insurance, 2 days before Thanksgiving. Her husband moved on, but it left a lot of people in a bad place. From what I've learned, these flights do exist, but they are rare. They preload empty legs into the app, get people waitlisted, and then only a few hours before departure decide if the flight will actually run. 9 times out of 10, well, it doesn't. And now with Fly Exclusive taking over, Vaunt pushes you to pay even more for access, but those flights are basically all that's left. More money, fewer options. Now, for me, the income from sponsors helps me cover my flight bill, so I'm not really out of pocket, but for most people, if you sign up, you need 2 things. Plenty of money and plenty of time to drop everything at a moment's notice. Without both, you're going to be fairly disappointed. But that's Vaunt. You know, I signed up for this Vaunt membership expecting I'd be flying around on private jets all the time. But the reality, flights getting cancelled, plans changing at the last minute. I even had one cancelled while I was already in the Uber on the way to the airport. Now, in the past, things like that would have sent me into a bit of a tailspin. My mind had raced with thoughts like, well, I've wasted all this time, I've wasted money, everything's ruined. And physically, I'd feel it too, heart pounding, shoulders tense, almost like I couldn't catch my breath. It was exhausting. But one of the biggest breakthroughs I had in therapy was learning a simple reframing technique. You see, instead of telling myself this is the end of my plans, I pause and ask myself, well, what's the opportunity here instead? It sounds small, but that shift changes everything. Suddenly, a cancelled flight isn't the end of the world, it's just a different kind of adventure, and that's exactly how I've managed to keep going with Vaunt, even when things don't work out. That's something that therapy has really helped me with, you see. A licensed therapist listens, asks questions, and gives you tools to see challenges in a new way. BetterHelp, who are the sponsor of this video, makes starting therapy easier. You just fill out a questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist quickly, and if it's not the right fit, well, you can switch at no extra cost. With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 Trustpilot rating, it's a platform you can trust. Click the link in my description, that's betterhelp.com/Noel to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/NOEL. Right, back to the jet. Right, then we have started our descent then down into Santa Fe, New Mexico. I've really enjoyed this ride. I feel like I might actually be starting to get some money's worth out of this Vaunt app, I don't know. But am I really? Because actually I suppose I didn't really need to go to any of these places that had taken me. It was just the opportunity to ride on a fancy plane for a bit. And it's the same as I didn't need to go anywhere, so maybe I haven't got my money's worth. I don't know. But maybe that is the whole point of Vaunt. You're not paying for the transport, you're paying for the experience. So on the ground in Santa Fe, and all I had to worry about now was how I was going to get back to Houston. Thank you very much.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, I did, thank you very much. Yeah.
Here, I can just take that
thank
for you.
Oh, my God's going to take
Yeah,
the trash.
we got trash up can up here, so.
Thank you very
All
much.
good.
Thank you. See you later. Alright then, welcome to Santa Fe, New Mexico. This is quite nice, isn't it? It was quite a nice, pretty approach there. Very small airport. There's like 2 or 3 flights a day. I think it's United Express to Denver, and American Eagle, I think, fly to Dallas from here, so you could fly back and connect. Basically, I've got to connect either way to get out of here. I've got to connect. There is a flight tonight at 6 o'clock. Then I'm going to see if I can get a seat on with United connecting in Denver. Right, so I've managed to book myself on the United flight out later on today. It's in about 2-3 hours from now. There's literally nothing to do here in Santa Fe Airport. It's just a little waiting area before you can check in, and you can't go through security until like just before the plane leaves. So there's nowhere to eat or anything. I've ordered myself a DoorDash. She'll be here in a minute with me food. So first time I've ever ordered a DoorDash to an airport. Here we go. Burger King, Whopper and fries at Santa Fe Airport. A little cool, a little soggy. It'll do though. And so later that day I jumped on another flight back to Houston. And then a little bit later on, the most prestigious private jet route I've ever taken came up. Scranton, Pennsylvania to Fort Wayne, Indiana. It was another flight on the Cessna Citation, and once again, not only did I get to the top of the list, but the flight actually went, with me on it. Now, by this point, I'd flown enough random routes to feel like my life was literally just eat, sleep, fly, repeat. Exactly like it says on my brand new t-shirt that you can get in the Noel Phillips store. The link's on the screen, noelphillips.com, but there was one more flight that mattered more than all of the rest of the ones that I'd taken. You see, you might remember from the last video I did with Vaunt that my son Sam got the short end of the stick. Both times that we got booked on flights, well, the flights ended up getting cancelled. This time though, Vaunt had a Learjet that was scheduled to fly from Houston to Austin, Texas, and, well, I managed to get both of our names on the list. Now, the only question was though, would the flight actually happen, or would Sam's private jet dreams get cancelled once again? Well, it was time to head to Houston's Intercontinental Bush Airport to find out. Right, we are at Houston Intercontinental Airport, where my last video on Vaunt ended, and I wasn't sure if I was ever going to get another flight, and I have had a few now, and finally today I've got a dude to come along with me. Got time to go on a little ride today, and we're on a Learjet apparently, if it all goes. Let's see, we're going to go and get checked in for our little ride. You ready, dude? Oh yeah, mate, let's go. And in what felt like a miracle at this point in time, there it was, an actual Learjet waiting for us on the ramp. For me, this was the real payoff. Sam finally walking out to his first ever private jet and filming every step of the way. Clearly he's been watching me do this job for too long. So here we are then. I finally got Sam on a private jet. How excited are you, dude?
Very.
Very.
Yeah.
Is it as nice as you thought it would be?
Yeah.
Have you got enough leg room over there? We're good.
Yeah, I think so.
There's no buffet, unfortunately. Well, there is. A little bit of one. But
Yeah.
knowing you're going to be there eating it the whole flight and just taking what you can. Be excited. You're on a Learjet, dude. We're going to Austin, Texas. Not very long flight. Didn't you say about half an hour or something across the 21 minutes? Well, hopefully you can drag it out a little bit, but let's do this. After all the cancellations, the false starts and the 4-minute hops across Houston, we were finally doing it. Sam was on a real private jet. No Ford Fiesta with wings this time, this was the real deal. A Learjet, 21 minutes to Austin, and a snack bar under threat from Sam. So how was that takeoff, Sam?
Very fast.
I was kind of I was sitting here trying to film out the window, and out the corner of my eye I saw Sam go flying back in his seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty powerful, these things, aren't they? Anyway, how are you enjoying the private jet experience?
It's very different. I've never been on an actual private jet before.
No, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, Yeah.
What's the best bit so far? Apart from the power.
Probably the leg room.
You talking to me about legroom, dude? You're like 5 foot note.
Oh yeah.
Nah, it's good, isn't it? It's comfy. It's comfy, and I think my favourite thing is I'm an aviation geek. My favourite thing is the sheer power these things have when they take off.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, and the fact that you get to see what they're doing. How cool is it watching the pilots?
Very cool.
Very cool indeed. Sam's gone off to do a loo review. He's told me he's not took his camera. Boo. We'll get his review of the loo when he comes back out. He's back. How was the loo, Sam?
There's no running water.
Why are you... Oh, for the washing your hands, you mean? Right, okay. But how was the loo?
It was alright. It's a loo with a view.
It's a loo with a view. It is a loo with a view. Did you try the opening door that's in there to let yourself a bit of fresh air in?
Unfortunately not. I couldn't get it open.
Oh, are you enjoying it?
Definitely.
Awesome.
So here we were then on approach into Austin on a Learjet with Sam at the side of me. After all the false starts, the 4-minute hops and even that Cessna 172, Vaunt had finally delivered on its promise. But was it worth the extra $5,000? Well, honestly, probably not. The flights are rare, cancellations are constant, and unless you've got the money and the time to drop everything at a moment's notice, well, you're probably going to be disappointed. For me though, getting Sam on his first private jet made it all worthwhile, and to be honest, if that's all I ever get out of Vaught's, then maybe, just maybe, that's enough.
Okay, how was that, dude?
Good.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Welcome to Austin.
Welcome to San Antonio.
Oh, cool. I mean, we get to go to Austin now.
Hey, with Vaunt, you take what you can get.
All right, dude, we made it.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas, baby. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a good ride, wasn't it? Right.
We finally got a Vaunt flight.
You finally got a Vaunt flight. Yeah, that was nice. All right, then welcome to Austin, Texas. We're going to hang around here because we've got an Uber back home now. Took us 20 minutes to get there. It's going to take us 2 hours to get back.
Lovely.
Yay, lovely. But hey, it's still quicker than taking United, especially this time of day, because they're going to end up, no doubt, with Houston weather, they'll end up like doing ground stops and stuff like that. So by the time we would have gotten our flight later, by the time you've checked in and everything, we'll be mostly home. So might as well. But anyway, yes, we finally got a Vaunt flight, and I finally got you on a Vaunt flight. Redemption, finally. How do you feel?
Good about it, yeah.
Good. Hopefully we'll get you many more going forward. We'll get you to try some of these different planes they've got as well. But let us know what you think to Vaunt down in those comments. And would you actually sign up for Vaunt after all? Actually, honestly, I think I've kind of feeling a bit more positive about it now, because I've actually managed to get quite a few flights. And yeah, let me know what you think down below. Would you sign up for it and see if you can get some flights out of it as well? Let me know. But in the meantime, we're off home. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Say it, Sam.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.